Guidelines before practicing. Insight meditation through the 4 foundations of mindfulness. 1. The body. 2. Feelings. 3. The mind. 4. Mind objects. Mindfulness of the body is the acknowledgement of bodily movement, such as the rising, falling of the abdomen, and the right or left foot stepping. Mindfulness of feelings is the acknowledgement of the happiness or suffering which appears while we are concentrating on the rising, falling. When happiness or suffering arises, we stop noting rising, falling to be mindful of the present feeling and acknowledge. For example, when we feel pain in any part of the body, we note pain, pain, pain for a moment before we resume acknowledging rising, falling, which is the main bodily actions for which we are mindful in sitting meditation. Mindfulness of the mind is the acknowledgement of our thoughts. While we are noting rising, falling, our mind may think of work or home. Whether our thoughts are good or not, we have to stop noting rising, falling, and note thinking, thinking, thinking. After acknowledging the action of the mind for a while, we continue acknowledging rising, falling, which is our main foundations of mindfulness. Mindfulness of mind objects is the acknowledgement of the 5 hindrances: pleasure, displeasure, drowsiness, distraction, and doubt. These exist in the minds of people everywhere. While we are concentrating on rising, falling, one of the hindrances, such as pleasure, may occur in the mind. We have to stop acknowledging rising, falling to note pleased, pleased, pleased instead. When displeasure arises, note displeased, displeased, displeased. When drowsiness arises, note drowsy, drowsy, drowsy. When our mind wanders, note wandering, wandering, wandering. When we doubt, note doubt, doubt, doubt. After we note the hindrance sufficiently, we resume noting rising, falling. After having practiced the 4 foundations of mindfulness completely, we need to apply in our daily life, including the 4 bodily movements. 1. While standing, the mind notes standing, standing, standing. 2. While walking, the mind notes walking, walking, walking. 3. While sitting, the mind notes sitting, sitting, sitting. 4. While sleeping, the mind notes sleeping, sleeping, sleeping. After that, we need to be mindful about the 6 sense organs. 1. Eyes. When you see, just note seeing, seeing, seeing. 2. Ears. When you hear, just note hearing, hearing, hearing. 3. Nose. When you smell, just note smelling, smelling, smelling. 4. Tongue. When you taste, i.e. sweet, salty, just note tasting, tasting, tasting. 5. Body. When you touch, i.e. hot, cold, soft, hard, just note touching, touching, touching. 6. Mind. When you think, i.e. good or bad, just note thinking, thinking, thinking. When mindfulness is continuously focused, the 16 knowledges of insight, so lasa yana, arise successively. The 10 impediments. Those determined to practice insight meditation should rid themselves of anxiety over the following: 1. Dwellings. 2. Family. 3. Profit. 4. Acquaintances and colleagues. 5. Work. 6. Relatives. 7. Illness. 8. Study. 9. Power. 10. Travel.